I wanted to open up by congratulating Garett on the Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee for our team, the Denver Broncos. I think, obviously, being a previous nominee in years past, I think, man, it's such a great honor. And Garett does such great work in the community. With different people, obviously with the foundation that he has, and so the work that he does, with like the juvenile system, and he's going out to detention centers and he's meeting with kids on a monthly and weekly basis is so cool, and it doesn't always get publicized, but I think Allie, Liz, Katie, Olivia, Bobby, they do such a good job talking about our community development team. They do such a good job of setting up endeavors for us to embark on that are kind of up our alley, and in terms of how we want to impact the community. And Garett's kind of found his groove, with the things I named earlier, and he's done such a good job. It's been so impactful. So more than deserving of being a nominee for us, and he does such great things. He embodies everything on and off the field of what a Bronco should look like, and I'm extremely happy for him.
Justin, when you got here, you knew about the Broncos. Well, I mean, they just won a Super Bowl, so you knew about their winning tradition. How much did you know about their off-the-field commitments, and what have you seen, and I guess how pleased are you to be a part of continuing the legacy that preceded you?
Yeah, I didn't know much. When I got here, as much as I learned on the field from a lot of the greats that played here, I learned just as much off the field. So guys like Chris Harris and his foundation, Darian Stewart, obviously DT, and I had so many role models. I mean, Vaughn. I had so many guys that I saw were like the top players on our team, but they were also having community events and they were giving back. And they each, like Brandon McManus, they each had something that they were passionate about, and just following their avenue of how they felt they can be impactful. And so I saw that. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do, but I saw that, and I just thought that's what you're Denver Broncos, what you do. And I just wanted to follow suit, and so thankful that I did, and had great role models, and it's been great.
How difficult is it to reset after you've won 5 straight games, created all that momentum, then all of a sudden something smacks you in the face, and now you got to reset? What's the challenge of that?
Yeah, I don't think it's difficult, and I think for our group, we don't need to look at it as being difficult to reset. I think just as easy as it was to go on a 5-game streak. You need to be able to have that, like I said, that same confidence moving forward, and week in and week out. I mean, it's NFL. You're not going to win them all. You're going to lose close games. The fact of the matter is, we were as poorly as we played at times. We were 8 yards away from winning that football game, and then sitting here talking about another win. So football is a game of inches, and those 4 or 5 plays that I talk about that win or lose you the game, we just didn't find ways to make those plays, but. We should be confident. We have a really good Chargers team. Obviously, we're going to go play in LA, and offensively they do a lot of things really well. Obviously, Justin leading the pack there at quarterback, and so we're going to have to be way better than we were last week in order to give ourselves a chance to win. And obviously, takeaways are going to be at the utmost importance.
Justin, you guys gave up over 250 yards in the first half, and then held them to under 100 in the second half. What was the biggest difference in the second half?
The biggest thing was communication, and I know, surpriser. I always say that, but I think that was evident. I think those 2 bombs, kind of like early on in the game, were miscommunication things, and then there were some things that hats off to Houston that did really well schematically, and they have talent. Like I said earlier in the week when we were getting prepped and get ready to play for them all across the board, and we knew they were a good team, but there's definitely some things that hurt ourselves. So for us this week, getting ready to go to LA, you got to take those mistakes out of the game in order to give yourself a chance. I mean, the fact is we lost by 4 points, and there were some field goals and even a touchdown that we kind of left on the field. And like I said, those are the differences between the game. That's what I look at. I don't look at any of the offensive stuff or the special team stuff. I just look at when the defense is asked to go out on the field, did we win? Did we lose? And, we didn't win as much as we should have. And so we're going to have to be better this week against a really good offense.
Regarding that, what is the challenge with Keenan Allen? Looks like he might end up having his best year. What is the challenge in slowing him and the connection he obviously has with Herbert right now.
Yeah, he's very Kelsey-esque, and not comparing them and by any means. I just mean he's so knowledgeable in defensive formations and the tendencies and what we're looking to execute on plays, and he's really good at finding the zones, beating man coverage, and Justin does a good job finding them, knowing where the pressure's coming from, or if we're laying back in his zone. They're both really in tune. That's why I was alluding to the Kelsey thing, but I think he's obviously having a great year. I haven't seen many, if any, drops on film when the ball's near him, and so he's finding ways to make plays when the team needs it. So obviously it's going to be the utmost importance for us to be able to, in some way, sever that connection throughout the game. Just make it difficult, change up looks, whatever the case may be. We're just going to have to make it difficult on them. They've been playing extremely well, and man, he's a heck of a player. So it's going to be a challenge.
Jay, Broncos Country travels really well, you know that. But in LA, it seems like it's almost a home game or a neutral field. How, I guess, cool is that and challenging? You know that the noise is coming maybe when you're on defense more than when the Broncos are on offense.
Yeah, no, it's for me. I think it's super cool. Even traveling last week to, we were down there in Houston, and the lower bowl. There's a good amount of orange down there, and hearing them cheer for you and starting some chants, and it's really cool, man. It's fun when you're playing for a city that travels really well like Denver does, and man, so appreciative of Broncos Country, and I mean, this is a huge must-win for us going to LA. So excited to see all the fans travel out there.